today itself. Okay, beta? So, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. All of you. Good morning, all of you. Now, we will start with factors which are affecting soil formation. We'll see what are the factors which is affecting soil formation. Please read. Please read, beta. Boys, please read. Sahil, hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please read, beta.
What are main factors affecting soil formation? Number one, climate. Number two, characteristic of the parental rock. Number three, slope of land. Number four, climate. The weather conditions like the rain, wind, etc. plays an important role in losing the soil. Increase of presence can also cause make the rocks for crack. Rocks are also worn down by wind. Soil formation is faster in hot and slow in winter season.
Fine. Now, this is how it looks like. See? Can you see this?
Yes.
So, how this soil is formed? First is climatic factor. Second is the features of the parent rock. The features of the parent rock. Okay. And the third one is the slope of land. How the land is slope is like this. See, it could be like this. This is land, right? It could be like this, or it could be like this. Yes or no? This is a slope. This is the slope. You got it now? Or it could be like this. It could be like this. Very steep. Got it? So this is called the slope of the land. Now, if I take up climate, what conditions we are looking for? We are looking for weather conditions like rain, wind. All these together play an important role in making the soil loose. The soil become loose, and when the soil become loose, it starts falling down. Also, we have pressure. The increase of pressure also makes the rocks it cracks, it starts widening. So we get the wind erosion also. The rocks are getting eroded by the wind or by the rain. So the pieces of rocks are formed. And remember that the formation of soil is always faster in summer as compared to winter. Is another question? Same question, but put in a different manner. What factors affect soil formation? So please read.
Yes, ma'am. What
Please
factors
read.
affect soil formation? Soil covers the entire earth. Temperature, rainfall, chemical changes, and biological action act together to continuously from soil. Climate expressed as both temperature and rainfall effect is often considered the most powerful soil forming factor.
Fine, good, thank you. Now we know that the earth is covered by soil. Yes, the complete earth is covered by soil. And what are the factors which is acting together to form soil. They are temperature, rainfall, the chemistry of the rocks, the chemical changes in the rocks, and the biological action. What is the biological action? That is the microbes or the microorganisms acting on the rocks, that the root of the trees acting on rocks, yes, and the chemical which is produced by the microorganism in the rock, all these are working together for the formation of soil. Now, if we talk about climate, and when we include temperature and rainfall, they are the most powerful in the formation of soil. Is it clear? So, which is the most important factor in formation of soil? What will we answer? Climate. That is temperature and rainfall. They are the most important features or the factors for the formation of soil. Let's see what is the effect of temperature on soil formation. Please.
Ma'am, can I read?
Yes, beta?
Of temperature to soil formation. Temperature controls how fast chemical reactions occur. Many reactions proceed more quickly as temperature increases. Warm region soil are normally more developed from or more mature than cold region soil. Mature soils have more silt and clay on near the surface. The soil in the tropical areas are observed to sustain various farming activities and account for why the primary source of lively,
Livelihood.
livelihood in the Philippines and other countries in the tropical region is their fertile land.
Understood now?
Yes,
Now, the chemical reaction which is happening in the nature is affected by temperature. More the temperature, faster will be the chemical reaction. Faster will be the chemical reaction, the rocks will crack. And the formation of soil will be faster. There are several reactions which are based on temperature. More the temperature, more will be the, or faster will be the chemical reactions. And we have already observed that the warm region soils, that means the soils which are observed in the warm areas, they are more matured, more developed as compared to the frozen land or the cold areas. Why? Because the mature soils have more silt and clay. The finer particles are more near the surface. So what we see that in the tropical areas, which are warm areas, which are hot areas, okay, they can have lots of different types of farming activities, and that's the reason why in Philippines you get this as the primary source of livelihood. So what is the primary source of livelihood? The farming activity or the agriculture is the primary source of livelihood in Philippines. Why? Because the upper layer is very fertile. Because they have the more amount of silt and clay and they make it fertile. Okay, so tropical region you take, other countries in tropical region you take, as the upper layer is fertile, so agriculture activities become more in those particular countries. Understood? Hello?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So temperature is helping. What is the other way of formation of soil? Let's see.
The
Read.
natural processes of weathering and erosion bring about important changes on the surface rock. These processes consistently break. carry off and deposit loose surface material from where they are formed to other places. The continued action of water
Hmm.
and wind changes the rock pieces into finer particles, thus forming boulders.
Finer.
Finer,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Finer particles,
Hmm.
thus forming boulders, gravel, sand, and
Boulders.
clay.
Okay. So we know that the types of soil, isn't it? Bowl is a big rock, gravel is small pieces, sand another small pieces, clay is the
Yes,
smallest of it, right? So what is happening? This is weathering of the soil. Sorry, weathering of the rocks.
yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Now we see the natural process
Ma'am, I read.
of weathering. No, you have already read it better. I'm explaining.
Okay.
I have to explain this slide. So natural process of weathering, who is doing it? Air, temperature, and water, right? They're weathering the rocks. And afterwards, the climatic factors, they do the erosion. So we see the change in the rock, which is present on the surface. Now, this is continuous process. Remember, it doesn't stop. So what it does, it breaks the rocks, it carries the pieces of rocks and the deposits. All these loose
Yes.
materials they have collected from a place and they will deposit to another place. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
This is called as erosion. This is called as erosion. Now, same way you can see in water and wind because water and wind are the factors which does erosion, which causes erosion. Yes. So what they do, the action of this water or wind, it is changing the rock because it is eroding the rock. So it is changing the shape and size of the
Yes.
rock, and they can even break it into finer particles. So maybe it is a big boulder, or the rock is being broken into big boulders. The boulders is further broken into gravel. Gravel is further broken into sand, and sand is further eroded as the form of clay. These are the clay is the finest particle. Remember that. And boulders are the pieces of rock, big pieces of rock. So how it is happening, you have understood the weathering due to the climatic factors. And furthermore, after weathering, the erosion also continues by two important factors that namely wind and water. So we get the fine particles of soil as clay. So the rock pieces, big rock pieces are broken into boulders. Boulders are further broken uh, into smaller gravel. Gravel further sand, sand further clay. This is the hierarchy. This is the way the small fine particles are obtained by both the process weathering as well as erosion. Yes, now read.
So these supply
Read
materials
better.
are added to the cat movement of human animals column. Organic substances are returned into the soil after the decomposed liquid soil of too much cold water.
Okay. Now the surface. To the surface, what is added? The plants which are dying or which are dead, animals which are dying or which are already dead, these are added to the topsoil. And what do they become? They become, what do they become?
Humus.
What do they become better? Humus, right? They become humus. So, what are these plants and animals? They are organic materials. What are they? What are they, beta? Organic materials. And when they die, when they mix with the soil, they become inorganic. What they become? Inorganic when they mix with the soil. So, these organic substances, after the death, it goes into the soil and because the microorganism has decomposed it into onto the soil and it mixes with the soil. They're so fine. Those particles are very, very fine. So what happens? The soil of finer particles, for example, clay, it can hold lots of water. Yes, the percolation rate is less. So it can hold lots of water. We come to the soil erosion, how the soil is eroded by water and wind. It has been removed from one place to other. Yes, read. Read, Twitter. Hello? Can you hear me?
And
Boys?
Mama, you read.
Yes. Mhm. Read, better. I wonder whether you are able to hear me.
Okay, ma'am, I read. Erosion is the process by which soil and rock are
Process.
removed or surface by igniting process such as wind or water flowing and transported and disposed in other locations. While erosion is a natural process, humans activate by it by 10 to 40 times a
Read
day at
properly.
which
Read properly,
erosion
beta.
is occurring. Okay, globally, excessive erosion goes and your screen is coming blurred.
Okay, let me read then. Okay, let me read it. Now, what is erosion? Erosion is a phenomenon. It's a happening by which soil and rocks are removed by external processes, that is wind or water flow, and then they are removed, transported, carried, and deposited in other locations. So they are removing from, like for example, I will show you here. They will take the soil from here and they will deposit it here. Do you understand? This is called as erosion by either wind or by a water. This is called as erosion. This you understood? Boys, did you understand?
Yes.
Now the second point. Erosion is a natural process. Wind and water are doing so, they are all natural phenomena. Human activities have increased the erosion. How? How much time? Remember, 10 to 40 times we have increased the erosion. Can you imagine? Not 10 or 15%, but 10 to 40 times the rate of erosion which is happening globally, worldwide. We already know that if the erosion is too much, so what will happen? Desert. Desertification will increase. It has already increased actually. It has already increased. And also, due to erosion, the agriculture is going to suffer. The productivity of agriculture sector will come down. Why? Because the erosion has taken place and the top layer is gone. The humus is gone, rendering the soil to be barren, infertile. So you will not get a good productivity. And what will happen? The land will be degraded. Also, waterways, for example, river. If by erosion the silt is,
Yeah.
please put off your mic. When the water is taking the or is eroding, so it is carrying lots of silt, so the river bed comes up. The riverbed comes up. For example, see, I will show you. This is the river. Okay, this is the river. And this is the river bed. Now, slowly, the riverbed will come up. Why? Because of the deposition of the sediments. Yes or no? It will come up. So, this will go up. The level of the water will go up. What do you say? Because it is sedimenting the carried material, the carried gravel or sand or whatever, and it is depositing as the bed of the river. So obviously the volume of the water will go up. Yes?
Yes.
So the land is degraded due to water and wind erosion. Okay? So we have to be very careful because it's going to lead to environmental problem. So we have to keep a check on it. At least the human activity should not increase or should not trigger more of erosion. What is naturally happening, you cannot stop about it. But what we are doing, we can at least stop that. So we have to have a control of our activities so that the erosion uh, done by water and wind can be in control, can be in check. We come to soil erosion now. What exactly is soil erosion? Please read. Hello. Please read.
Yes, ma'am. Soil erosion. Soil compaction, low organic matter, loss of soil structure, poor internal drainage, salinization, and soil acidity problems are other serious issues. Surface water runoff occurs whenever there is excess water on a slope that cannot be absorbed into the soil or is trapped on the surface.
Fine. Soil compaction. How compact is the soil? That means the space in between the particles, that is called a soil compaction. Is it hard? Is it soft? That is called soil compaction. Whether the organic matter is low, low means it is infantile because it does not have humus. Then soil structure is degraded, not good. The drainage, that means how much water can go inside, it's poor. The water has become saline, that means it becomes salty, and the soil has become acidic. These are the problems for the soil erosion. Surface water runoff, that means when there's rain or flood, what happens? The surface, uh, if it is falling from a slope, if the water is falling from a slope, as you know that it comes very fast. When it comes down the slope, it comes very fast because due to the gravity. So water, extra water or excess water will not be able to be absorbed by the side of the slope because it is coming down very fast. Is it clear?
Yes.
So what
Yes,
happens? So what happens? It is lost. So water runoff happens because why there is water runoff? Because it has not been absorbed by the soil. So there is a water runoff. If it is absorbed by the soil, then you may not get lots of water onto the surface of the soil. It will be absorbed by the surface. Okay, but the top soil. Yes, read.
Soil erosion. Bare soil. Soil in
Yeah,
which no plants are growing. More suspect, suscept,
susceptible,
susceptible
table.
to erosion than soil covered by organic matter.
Hmm.
Erosion. Normal and natural process. Constant movement of wind and water on Earth's surface. Drawback. Remove valuable topsoil. Over 25 billion tons of soil lost due to wind and water erosion. Erosion can lead to desertification.
Desert, desertification.
Desertification. Deposit soil in under, under,
Undesirable,
undesirable,
undesirable places.
undesirable places. Uh,
That
boil
is bodies of water.
bodies of water. Farmers need
What are
help.
bodies of water? What are body
Ma'am,
water?
river. No, ma'am. Sea,
Yes,
river,
yes, lakes, ponds,
Ocean.
that's called bodies of water. Very good, better. Good. So you're alert, attentive. I'm happy. Okay.
Farmers
See,
need
that doesn't
healthy
mean, say, if
soil
you're
for planting.
12, you said you people are 12, but if you all of you are attentive, we can make a good class. So don't worry. I'm happy. Okay. Farmers need better.
Farmers need healthy soil for planting. Humans rely on water un-
Rely,
uncon-
rely.
rely on water uncontaminated water for drinking living.
Hmm.
Soil can
Hmm.
contaminate soil can contaminate water with per- pestici- pesticides and other
Sites.
harmful chemicals.
Hmm.
Causes deforestation, logging
Hmm.
and slash and burn. Plant
Hmm.
anchor in O and A horizon of soil.
Hmm.
Removal of plants makes soil susceptible
Susceptible.
susceptible to erosion. Over cultivation of agriculture fields. Overgrazing.
Then urbanization. Say urbanization.
Urbanization. All of this will continue to make arable land for farmers hard to find. New, technique, new techniques must be
Utilized
utilized to preserve the integrity,
of the
integrity of
soil.
the soil.
Fine, thank you. Now, what exactly soil erosion? What exactly soil erosion? See, you can see, I will show you something over here. So you can see this. Yeah. And over here, you see, the
Yes,
roots
ma'am.
are, so you can see the roots open. The tree can fall down anytime. The tree will fall down anytime because it is erosion. Bare soil, that means no plants are growing. It is naked. Bare is naked. So soil is bare. That means nothing is there on the soil. No vegetation on the soil. Now, these type of soil are ready for erosion because plants is the only thing. Plant is the only organism which holds the roots, which holds the soil together with the help of roots. And if roots are not there, the soil is loose and it can be carried away either by wind or water. If a soil has got humus, then it is compact, it is holding together. So, erosion is less. It may be, but it is less as compared to loose soil, which are not having any plants growing on them, so the soil becomes loose and is ready for, they're susceptible for erosion. What is erosion? Erosion is not a very complicated process, it's a normal process happening every time. All the time it is happening. And it's a natural process. We know that. We cannot have a control over it. We only know why it is happening always because we know there's a constant movement of wind or water. You cannot stop it. Can you stop it? No. So, due to the movement of this wind and water, which is a constant process, we have the erosion. What are the disadvantages? What are drawbacks of erosion? The topsoil, which is very valuable, is removed. Due to this wind and water erosion, we have 25 billion tons of soil, more than that are lost. And if erosion is not kept in check or it is not kept in control, then the same area will become desert in no time. So desertification prevails. Now, the soil, it is eroded, but it is deposited in the wrong place. What is the wrong place? In water. What happens? The water will come up and it can run or it can flood the area. If it comes up, it can flood the area. You agree?
Yes.
And we know that the farmers want, which sort of soil it wants? A good soil for planting the crops. Right? And we depend on water which are pure for drinking and living purpose. And this sort of soil can contaminate water with what? With pesticides and chemicals which are used in agriculture. Yes, and when we drink this type of water, we fall sick. What are exactly the causes of erosion? First is deforestation. What does that mean? The forests are cut. So we cut the logs and we burn the forest. We cut the logs and then we burn, the slash and burn for agriculture purposes. We also know that the plants, when they grow, when they mature, when they grow big, they anchor. What is mean? The roots penetrate in O and A horizons of soil. So they are holding the soil. When we remove the plants, the soil becomes loose and they are easily removed for that particular area. Also, when we take a field and keep on and on cultivating this same field, the soil becomes loose, leads to erosion. Second is overgrazing. The animals which are eating grass or the plants, small plants, in doing so, sometimes they uproot the plant. What they're eating, they uproot the plant. So what happens? The soil becomes loose, ready for erosion. Urbanization. Now in city there is not much of space for me to make a house or do my to make a living. I don't have a space. So where will I go to? I will go to the forest. So I'm encroaching the area of forest and making it urbanized. That means I'm making it a part of city by encroaching the portion of the forest. So urbanization. Now if it continues, then the land which is meant for agriculture purpose, it will become less, farmers will have difficulty. So, what we should do? They are asking you to use new techniques so that we can keep a check on erosion. We can even increase or maintain the productivity of the soil so that after when we grow the crops, the production of crops don't go down. Understood? So how can we prevent soil erosion? Please read. Please
How
read.
can we prevent soil erosion? Plant grass and ground cover in the huge expansive expensive garden and on sports field. Never leave an embank
Embankments.
embankment
Embankments.
embank embankments or sloped gardens bare and exposed. Ensure that homes and other buildings have educate
Adequate.
educate dra- drain, uh, drain
Draining.
draining and
Draining.
draining and
Water collection
water
system.
collection system. Adopt a adopt a small piece of land outside your property as your own. Create a
Okay.
dislike for bare and open spaces around your home, school, universities, etc.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Now, how? See, erosion is on. You cannot stop erosion. But how can we prevent? How can we minimize? The first thing is that keep the ground covered. That means plant grass, make gardens, okay? Do plantation. That's the one way to prevent soil erosion. Also, the size of a pond or a lake or a river, don't leave it open. I mean, don't leave it bare. Don't leave it exposed. Plant trees on either side of it. Okay? Third, wherever you are staying, homes, buildings, they have good drainage system and water collection system. You have to confirm it. Take a piece of land wherever you are staying, that is your property, and grow certain plants over there. And if around your home, school, or universities you have got bare areas, see to it that you make it green. So, this is what they have asked you to do so. How to prevent soil erosion? Please read better. Please read.
How to prevent soil erosion? Deforestation, overgrazing, flood, and heavy rainfall, improper farming.
Okay. Deforestation, we know, cutting of the trees from the forest. Overgrazing, we know, animals when eat and then they take out the root also. They pull out the root of the plant. That is called as overgrazing. That means they are not eating exactly, but they are harming the system. So that is called as overgrazing. Flood, you know, it takes away the soil, the top uh, layer. Heavy rainfall also it is very harmful for the topsoil. Improper farming. If your farming is not okay, it is not conventional, then obviously we are harming the topsoil. We are harming the all the layers of the soil if the farming is not proper. So you have to be very careful regarding all these things. Yes, there's certain things which are still remaining. Please read. Yes,
Plant
beta.
trees and cut less trees. Overgrazing in the same patch of land should be avoided. Terrace farming should be adopted in hilly areas.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So what we have to do now? Keep on planting more and more trees. Also, if there's overgrazing in certain areas of land, see to it that it does not happen again. Then, wherever you got those hilly areas, see to it that other sort of farming is not entertained, only terrace farming is entertained over there. Because no other farming will be helpful to the people staying over there. So, terrace farming should be entertained. Yes, soil conservation. So, how do we conserve soil?
Soil conservation. Soil management by practices
Several.
utilized, utilized to conserve soil resources. Number one, turn organic matter to soil. Slow
I
down
can't hear
the
you.
number three.
I can't hear you, better.
This one,
Keep your mic near you.
ma'am, now
Now it's okay.
return organic matter to soil. Number two, soil down effect of wind reduces amount of
It's
damage.
not. It's slow. It's not soil. It is slow down, beta. Then hello. Next,
Reduce amount of damage done to
done to
soil.
soil by tillage.
Use animal waste and reduce the plant material. Modify teenage particles to reduce the breakup of soil and reducing the amount of erosion. Falling and strip planting. Use trees and other wind
Wind
barriers
barriers.
to reduce forest forces of wind.
Okay, fine. Now we have got some practices to manage how to conserve soil, how to remove, how to avoid or prevent soil erosion. So if we prevent soil erosion, then only we can conserve soil. So first is how to return the organic matter to soil, that is humus to soil, because humus is removed due to erosion. We know that. We know that it's an ongoing process. We cannot stop erosion, but how to slow down the effects of soil erosion, sorry, effects of wind for the soil erosion. And also, during agricultural practices, what we do, the tillage portion, the plowing portion, the damage which is done to the upper layer and then the erosion takes place, how to slow down, how to reduce, that also we have to work out. What do we have to do? We have to use the animal waste, that is the cow dung. That's the cow dung. See, I will be taking 5 minutes of yours, so please do not disturb me. Okay, beta? So 5 minutes
Yes.
extra I will be taking today. So thank you. So we will be using animal waste. What is animal waste? The gobar or the cow dung and the plant residue, whatever the twigs or the leaves or the branches, to increase the amount of organic material in soil. That is, we are increasing the humus. So all this they mix together and become humus. Also for the tillage practices, that means how we till the soil, how we plow the soil, let's modify it more so that the breakup of soil is reduced a lot, so that more breakup of soil, more erosion, less breakup of soil, less erosion by wind. So what sort of planting we have to take up? Contour planting and strip planting. We should use it as a agricultural practices. Then the trees, plant lots of trees and use it as wind barriers so that the forces of winds which is increasing the erosion will come to minimum, will almost prevent or almost can bring down the percentage of soil erosion. Let's see what are the ways of plantation, please. The first one is contour planting. Please read, beta. Hello? Boys? Please read, beta.
Contour planting plant slows runoff.
Lots of disturbance, beta. Please control.
Okay.